Coming up on this week's Round 33 show, the Brasileirao is catching fire in the Brazilian summer. It's hot, hot, hot in the north, south, and on the pitches in the land of football. Moving ever closer, Internacional win the 9th in a row and march on at the top of the table. 2 championships in a row, Flamengo go second and won't give up their crown without a fight. Free-fall Castanheiros. São Paulo remain winless in 2021, and that spelt the end for the Morumbi coach. Amazing moves, stunning dribbles, excitement to the end, all to come in magazine 33 of the Brasileirao. The Estádio São Januário, Rio de Janeiro, home to Vasco da Gama, who face Bahia. There was little to choose between the two sides in the first half. Bahia had the first opportunity on goal with Gilberto. The forward has scored 8 times in this championship, but on this occasion there was no way through and there were a few more chances in the first half. After the break, Vasco finally created a dangerous opportunity but failed to hit the net. They then had a chance from a corner with Leo Matos, but the ball ended up going wide. Vasco finally put the ball into the net from a free kick. Iago Catatu thought he scored, but teammate Leandro Castan had flown in with a reckless challenge on Bahia keeper Douglas. Referee Wilton Pereira Sampaio checked the images. He ruled the goal out and also sent off Castan. 0-0 the final score in the São Januário, a result that suited neither side in the battle to avoid relegation. Curitiba and Grêmio met in the Couto Pereira. While the home side were looking for points to avoid the drop, Grêmio were pushing for a top 6 finish. The first big chance of the game fell to Alisson when he went 1-on-1 with Wilson, but the Grêmio man missed a target. But the goal soon came. Jean-Pierre hit a free kick, and Paulo Miranda took full advantage. The away side ahead after 20 minutes. The last chance of the first half came to Grêmio. Tassiano received a great pass from Jean-Pierre, but couldn't direct his shot on target. The second half started with Grêmio on top. Alisson got himself into a dangerous position, but again failed to hit the net. Soon after, Rafinha was stopped in the area by Darlan, penalty for Curitiba. Goalkeeper Wilson stepped forward to power the ball home for the equaliser. It then became difficult for both sides to make progress. But later on, Tassiano won a penalty for Grêmio. However, Jean-Pierre failed to take the opportunity. 1-1 in the Couto Pereira. The result left Curitiba in real trouble and put a dent in Grêmio's hopes of finishing the competition in the Libertadores places. Ceará took on Atlético Paranaense in the Arena Castelhão, hoping to make it 3 wins in a row in the competition. But this run was interrupted by the good performance of Carlos Eduardo, who came off the bench to guarantee the points for the Hurricanes. The home team started well and tried to test goalkeeper Santos. The informed Vina had a chance, but his effort caused no problems for the defence. The midfielder soon had another opportunity when Samuel Xavier was involved, but again the chance went begging. After a weak first half, coach Paulo Autuori decided to change the away side and brought on Carlos Eduardo. This proved to be a masterstroke and led to a win for Atletico. The first goal was an individual move when he took on the defence and fired home to beat goalkeeper Hitchard. A fantastic strike. But there was more to come from the player. Soon after, the substitute controlled the ball well, got away from the centre-back Thiago and found the net for a second time. A well-taken goal from the forward. A terrific 2-0 win for Atletico away in the Arena Castelhão. Atlético Goianiense and São Paulo met in different circumstances. The Dragons were not yet free of relegation. but were on a roll, winning their last two. Former leader São Paulo had yet to win in 2021. Interestingly, the home side opted to pay the $54,000 fee to allow goalkeeper Gian to play against the club that still own him. The game started with Atletico pressing and creating some good chances with the likes of Mateus Vargas. On the 21st minute, the ball came in from the left. Nathaniel struck it well, and the ball deflected off Arboleda and into the net. 1-0 to Atletico. São Paulo struggled up front and found it hard to break through the tough marking of the home side. But they did find a way through with Reinaldo, whose long-range effort did the damage as São Paulo drew level. In the second half, the away team continued to lack guile moving forward. Nathaniel was involved in another dragon move, but this time Thiago Volpi did enough to keep the ball out. With 83 minutes on the clock, Victor Bueno had a golden opportunity to give his team the lead, but could only hit the woodwork. Just 4 minutes later, São Paulo paid the price. Janderson launched the ball forward, Chico was key, and Victor Leckie finished off the move. Atletico picked up a third win on the bounce and are now looking for a place in the Sul-Americana. São Paulo's crisis continued, and the title they seemed destined to take has slipped away. This was a big game for both these sides in round 33. Fortaleza were desperate to leave the relegation zone, while Galo was still fighting for the title. There were not that many good chances in the first half, though Galo did create early on. Guilherme Arana got in on goal and hit a strong shot, but Felipe Alves turned it away. Then there was a nice move from the home side, involving Savarino, who set up Johan. The midfielder struck his effort and the ball came close to the goal of Felipe Alves. The home side almost in front. Late in the first half, Sasha was in a good position, but again his effort was turned away by the brilliance of Felipe Alves. A superb reaction save by the keeper. The second half was a lot quicker. Johan found Guilherme Arana. He beat Chinga before smashing the ball past Felipe Alves. A great goal from the young wing-back and his fourth of the campaign. The game then got controversial. Sasha tried a shot that hit Jackson. VAR was called in and referee Leandro Pedro Valden eventually gave a penalty. Vargas stepped forward. Felipe Alves made a great save, but on the rebound Vargas found the net. Galo 1-0 up. The Lions came back. David combined with Osvaldo, who made contact with Jair. Fortaleza pleaded for VAR, but the ref refused to give the penalty. VAR was eventually used and the pen was given. Osvaldo stepped forward and tried to power the ball into the net, but failed to do so. A great chance missed by the away side. Atletico moved on to 60 points and closer to the leaders. Fortaleza remained stuck in the bottom four. Internacional and Red Bull Bragantino locked horns in Porto Alegre. Leaders Inter knew this would be a tricky match against the Bragança Paulista side, who were in good form. The game got off to a quick start. With just 4 minutes on the clock, Patrick had a really good chance when he hit the woodwork, but then found the back of the net soon after. 1-0 to the hosts. Red Bull battled back. Claudinho tried a shot from outside the area. The ball took a deflection and was heading for the net until Marcelo Lomba stepped in. But the equaliser was coming. Elinho combined with Claudinho. The ball fell to the number 37 who struck home. All even at the Estadio Beira-Rio at half-time. After the break, things began to heat up. Patrick sent a cross in, which Weberton handled, and the referee gave the penalty. Edgenilson took the responsibility and beat the keeper to put Inter back in front again. The home side then tried to defend their lead, and the best chances went to Red Bull. After a corner, Inter struggled to clear, but Tubarão missed the chance. Shortly afterwards, Claudinho was again busy as his side pressed for an equaliser. The last chance of the game fell to the away side. Claudinho put Raul in on goal, but again Marcelo Lomba came to the rescue. Another very important win for Inter, who are looking good at the top of the table. Disappointment for Red Bull and their push for a place in next year's Libertadores. Fluminense took on Goiás in the Estadio Newton Santos in Rio de Janeiro. Flu have their eyes on a place in next season's Libertadores and pressed right from the start. The first goal came with 16 minutes on the clock. The experienced Nene took the corner and centre-back Nino came flying in to hammer the ball into the net for his third goal in the championship. Young starlet Martinelli then began to shine. He hit a powerful shot which hit the woodwork and then Tadeu before bouncing into the net. A good strike from the youngster and his first for the club in the league. Flew 2-0 up. To end the scoring, the 19-year-old was again on target, but again had a slice of luck as the shot took a deflection on its way in. 3-0. The game was almost over when Nene attempted a bit of magic. Goiás keeper Tadeu had come forward for a free kick. He was caught in no man's land when Nene tried his luck from midfield. So very close, but the ball bounced over the net. Pure brilliance from the number 77, who was by far Flu's best player on the night. Final score 3-0. The Tricolor remain on track for a place in the Libertadores. Goiás have little time to save themselves from a return to the second division. Flamengo went in search of the 3 points that would keep them in touch with leaders Internacional when they travelled to the northeast to take on a troubled Sport Recife team. The Rio side won the match 3-0, but it could have been a goal fest against the Lions. If Gabi had had his shooting boots on, the story would have been very different. The striker scored one, but missed a bag of chances on what should have been an easy night. After just 4 minutes, Flamengo struck first with the number 9. Gerson picked out Arrascaeta and the Uruguayan saw Gabi in the area, 1-0. Flamengo then went to town. Bruno Henrique made the most of a Luan Poli mistake, found Gabi goal, but he hit the shot well off target. Sport's defence continued to be tested. Once again, the number 9 was heavily involved. Sport dithered at the back and failed to clear. And it was left to Bruno Henrique to drill the ball home past Luan Poli. 2-0 to the away side. Gabigol still had more chances to add to the scoreline, but he missed with good opportunities that came his way. Sport's only chance in the first 45 came from his free kick from Thiago Neves, but it was easy for Diego Alves. The home team were better after the break. Neves could have put his team back in the game, but his header was weak. Gabi continued to waste good opportunities to kill a tie off. It was a frustrating night for the forward as the chances kept on coming, but he made it easy for Sport. And the player was clearly not at his best, having been so deadly against Grêmio last week. At the end, substitute Pedro showed Gabi how it was done when he put away his 13th goal of the campaign to make it 3-0 to Flamengo.
Bom, eu passei por momentos de muito aprendizado nos primeiros anos da minha carreira.
I went through many learning moments in the early years of my career. I debuted as a pro playing for Internacional, then I went to Sport before arriving here at Red Bull Bragantino. This period helped me to evolve and to earn some recognition overseas. As a kid, I had a dream to play in Europe and for the Brazilian national team. But wherever I am, I just want to be a winner, and we're accomplishing that here at Red Bull.
É pouco de sonho de criança sempre ter essa passagem pela Europa e até por uma seleção, mas eu vejo que eu quero ser um cara vencedor, independente onde seja. Hoje, aqui na Red Bull, estou escrevendo uma história muito grande. Fui 2 vezes campeão do interior pela Red Bull, fui campeão da Série B, então é cada vez crescer mais e conquistar mais títulos. Eu acho que a Europa vai ser uma consequência do que eu venho fazendo aqui no Paulista, né?
Because of the great start in the Paulistão, the expectations were really high on us. We always knew that it would be a hard season, The pandemic also made it all worse. Nevertheless, the squad is very ambitious and our goal is to qualify for the Sul-Americana or even the Libertadores.
E aí a gente conseguiu o título do interior, que foi importante para dar confiança para o início do campeonato brasileiro. Lógico que no meio disso aconteceu toda essa questão da pandemia, que meio que freou um pouco o projeto que estava sendo feito. A gente vai buscando coisas maiores, lógico, porque a ambição tanto do clube quanto dos jogadores que estão aqui são grandes. A gente sabe que de primeira para um clube que está subindo, o importante é buscar primeiro escapar do rebaixamento, porque sabe que é um período de transição, né, da Série B para a Série A, onde o nível é muito diferente. Mas agora a gente pode sonhar com uma Sul-Americana, sonhar com uma Libertadores.
I find Barbieri an extremely capable manager, and the team has only improved since his arrival. We believe in his ideas and vice versa. He holds great value for the human aspect of the craft, and every player feels highly valued.
E além de ser um cara muito humano, é um cara que lida muito bem com a gente, com todos os jogadores, procura dar atenção para todo mundo, e isso valoriza todo mundo que está no elenco, de acordo com uma...
Our collective strength enhances the main individualities, and there's no vanity amongst us. Claudinho is currently having a fantastic moment, and that makes us all very glad. Raul's been playing above average and is really standing out. Our great quality is consistency, which is down to each of us.
Apresentando futebol também muito acima da média pro Brasil, ele tá tendo atuações regulares, acho que todos assim, né, além de mim, além do Raul, além do Claudinho, todos os jogadores vêm tendo uma regularidade muito grande, e isso é fruto do trabalho, eu acho, do grupo inteiro, né, e é como eu disse, isso é um trabalho do clube também, de deixar todo mundo motivado, todo mundo valorizado, para que possa performar da melhor forma possível, e aí o clube vai crescendo junto com os jogadores também. Acho que fez com que crescesse mais ainda.
The club's well known nowadays, and any player will be happy and interested in playing here. That's great not only for the team, but for the city as well. Our difference from the other clubs is our patience with the young players. The structure we have is good, and that shows we're on the right track.
Por vir jogar aqui, isso acho que valoriza muito, além do clube, como a cidade em si também, porque há um crescimento muito grande, tudo que eles vêm fazendo, acho que desde 2019 a gente vem conseguindo fazer com que cada vez mais gente vá e tenha vontade de ir no estádio assistir o Red Bull Bragantino. Lógico que toda a estrutura que tem por fora de um CT de alta performance que tem aqui, com todos os profissionais capazes que a empresa coloca aqui para que todos os jogadores performem cada vez melhor e se desenvolvam, né? Porque a maioria são jogadores jovens, e essa crença que é diferente, acho, de todos os clubes no Brasil, que às vezes não tem tanta paciência com jogadores jovens.
The first goal on our list came in the clash between Atlético Mineiro and Fortaleza. After a cross from the right wing, Guilherme Arana was there at the far post to hit a difficult volley first time. Not a chance for the goalkeeper. Great body control and finesse from Atlético's left back to score their first goal of the afternoon and book a spot in our top three. The second best goal of Matchweek 33 happened in Goiânia, and it was a great one. Three-time World Club champion São Paulo couldn't get a win against Goiás, and the title race for them may be over. But Ronaldo scored a worldie after a great pass from Igor Gomes. An absolute rocket in the top corner. What a goal from the left back, despite São Paulo's struggles. Coming in hot in first place, the clear winner of the best goal of the week is Atlético Paranaense's Carlos Eduardo. He scored a brace in the Hurricanes' win against Ceará, but his second goal was a real masterpiece. Everything started with his beautiful first touch, which set him up for a classy finish to complete a great goal and seal a fantastic result for the club. Quick thinking and lots of skill from Carlos Eduardo, who takes home the trophy for the most beautiful goal of Matchweek 33. After watching Matchweek 33, were you able to pick out the best save of the round? We've chosen ours and it was beyond special. Relax, you didn't get that wrong and we didn't make a mistake. Goalkeeper Wilson was a human highlight reel this week and saved Curitiba on 2 occasions. First, he scored a penalty to tie the match. And that's how we've started the best save section with a goal. And to complete the sunny afternoon in great style, Wilson was there again to secure the best save of the round. He blocked Jean Pereira's penalty kick and rescued a much-needed point for Curitiba's battle against relegation. What's fair is fair, so Wilson takes home the award for the best save of Matchweek 33. The dribble of round 33 was a real rabbit out of the hat moment from Carlos Eduardo. The Atletico Paranaense player surprised Cearás Thiago Pagnussat with a slippery move that left him free to score his second goal in the Hurricanes' win. Wonderful ability from the number 96. Congratulations, Carlos Eduardo, for making the dribble of the round. In goal, we've gone for Wilson of Curitiba. The right back is Kelvin of Atletico Paranaense. The centre-backs, Nino from Fluminense and Junior Alonso of Atlético Mineiro. The left back is Guilherme Arana from Atlético Mineiro. In midfield, Jason, Flamengo, Patrick Internacional, Nene Fluminense, alongside teammate Martinelli. Up front, Carlos Eduardo of Atlético Paranaense and Gabriel Barbosa of Flamengo. Our man on the bench is Jorge Sampaoli of Atlético Mineiro. It's time now on our magazine show to see who the best player of round 33 was. He scored 2 goals in Atletico Paranaense's win over Ceará. The first left the defender behind and was followed by a great shot. The second was even better and included another spectacular dribble and a fine touch to beat the keeper. Forward, Carlos Eduardo is used to beating opponents with his speed and technique, and at the weekend he scored 2 fabulous goals to guarantee the win for the Hurricanes. For these reasons, Atletico's man is our choice for the best player of round 33. A brilliant performance from Carlos Eduardo, who deserved to party. Time now to look at the table after 33 games. Internacional remain top dogs, but Flamengo and Atlético Mineiro are closing in. São Paulo has slipped down the table. Fluminense and Palmeiras are in the Libertadores places. At the wrong end of the table is still tight. Vasco, Bahia and Sport are still in trouble. Fortaleza, Goiás, Curitiba and Botafogo are the teams in the relegation zone. The Hulk has signed for Atlético Mineiro. The Belo Horizonte side, who were still in the fight for the Brasileirao, announced that they brought in the forward from Shanghai on a 2-year contract. Teenager Marcos Paulo is on his way out of Fluminense. The 19-year-old has been picked up by Atletico Madrid, but isn't expected in Spain until June. Lucho Gonzalez is set to miss the rest of the Brasileirao. The experienced Atletico Paranaense player has had surgery on his knee and will be out of action for some time to come. São Paulo have fired Fernando Diniz after the loss to Atletico Goianiense. His side were leaders for a large chunk of the campaign, but fell away in 2021 and have yet to win this year. Former club idol, i.e. the club's director of football, has also gone. Diniz was in charge for 74 games, managing 34 wins, 20 draws and losing 20 times. Round 34 kicks off on Wednesday when Grêmio and Santos go head-to-head in Porto Alegre. There's also Red Bull Bragantino and Atlético Goianiense, Corinthians against Ceará, Bahia Fluminense plus Goiás against Atlético Mineiro. Thursday sees Fortaleza take on Curitiba in the Arena Castelão, while the Maracanã host a derby between Flamengo and Vasco. Atlético Paranaense are also at home to leaders Internacional. On Friday, Botafogo face Sport in the Estadio Newton Santos, while the derby between São Paulo and Palmeiras has been switched to the 19th. That's it for the show. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the toughest, most exciting league in the Americas, and we'll be back next week with more action from the Brasileirao.